that story?
I love the story.
Me too.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, especially after like the story that we just heard, the first one. Having this is just like a nice, just like a refresher, and just so it was just so funny and like well done. And yeah, just thank you for being here, Stacy.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
So your story is told through like the third person perspective. What made you choose that? Like, when did you decide and during your writing process that this is what you wanted to do?
So in class, Professor Madrazo once said, it might be easier to write about something you would never want to write about if you tell it from another perspective, like removing yourself. And I was thinking, what was something I would never write about? And I'm like, well, I would never write about a sexual experience. And then I just thought, well, let me write it from a third person. And then I didn't want to do any sexual experience. So the first one's always like, I guess, like not the most memorable, but it's what you remember. So I just decided to take that approach and put it towards this time.
And you did it really well. Yeah. She's not wrong about the perspective.
Yeah, I did like feel that as myself, and I was like, oh my god, it was so funny. It was just like really well done.
That's how she got me. I was like, I'm not gonna write about something I don't want people to know about. Just exactly that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Like, I love how you mentioned, like, how in the story that you have, like, a specific passage you recite during that whole experience. And, like, how did you decide that was the passage you needed to keep calm?
In high school, I was that, like, I'm in band, I'm in advanced math classes, braces, glasses. I was that kind of girl in high school. So it was just,
Same.
I don't know. It was just, I was already in trigonometry that year, so it just came in.
So just you went to the safe place of
Yeah,
trigonometry.
I guess.
The first time
trigonometry is safe.
Math doesn't excite anyone, so
Is
you want
trigonometry?
to calm yourself, think of something
alright.
boring. So.
That's like the last thing that's gonna calm me.
Exactly.
So I have a question. Is trigonometry still your safe place?
No, it's not even like, I don't even enjoy it. Like,
Who does?
I don't know, the
Alright.
quadratic formula just stuck in my mind.
Yeah, and I noticed that you included the time of the day a few times while letting us into your inner dialogue of like what you're doing or what your feelings are, like leading up to the moments of like this boy's arrival. And it returns one last time near the end when you say it's 8:42 and she's grown 5 years older. So what was it like going from a girl freaking out while still managing the time to this like brand new like woman?
Well, I guess it's just the experience itself, like prior to it happening, of course, you're nervous. That was the first time I'd ever done anything with any guy, anybody. So it was just like, oh my God, I'm nervous. Like, what's going to happen? Is this going to be like the movies? Is this how Maxine said it was going to be? So, I was just really nervous. And then afterwards, just like, well, I did it.
Yeah.
I'm grown.
Relatable. I can do what?
Right.
So like throughout this, you're like talking about how like Maxine was like coaching you through it and everything like that. And yeah, like did you ever feel like pressure because of her, or like was it something that you just wanted to do and she was like this helping force through that?
I would say, she was my best friend. So of course there was always the hearing what she would do and be like, oh, well, I wonder what that's like. So it wasn't like I had to do it. She had done so much and I'd done so little. We were still friends. So it wasn't like, she's forcing me. She's not going to be approve of me if I don't do it. But I just wanted to do it, It's like a rite of passage, apparently, So it was just like, I'm dating this guy. He's my first boyfriend, so it's going to happen. Maxine helped me out, okay. And Maxine was just as excited as I was to help me out. So.
That's so nice. Yeah, just like have someone to like confide in and be like, no, listen, this is the formula.
Right, this is what you do.
It's like a cocktail. Of, like,
Down to the last detail. Like, make sure it's the purple thong.
Right.
Clear color. Like,
I would love to know where she got all this from. She was too grown.
yeah, like what?
So my last question for you is what would you want your readers or your listeners to take away from this piece?
I guess I would say, it's always just relaxing, is to kind of make fun of yourself sometimes and just to make light of a situation. And, there's sometimes that we take ourselves too seriously. So it's just, reading this, I guess if I had told it from another perspective, it might not have been as funny. Everyone's nervous their first time, but, just to write it this way just makes people laugh about it. So it's not such a daunting, oh my God, she had sex type of story.
Yeah, I feel you. It's just like, oh my goodness, watch this kind of awkward person just like get through this. And like, it was just very, like, it was just like, there's just like so much innocence to it. Like, it was just like sweet. And I'm just like, we all kind of find it relatable, even if we had the best first time where nothing was awkward and everything was like in the movies, which, you know, I'm sure.
Rose petals on the bed.
Oh, dear.
Everything is fireworks. We don't know how they get fireworks. We don't know. But yeah, everyone can find it like relatable and like, you know, have like just like a giggle. Which, yeah.
And there's also something really powerful about the way everything's on her terms.
Yeah.
Her house, her time, her date.
Yeah.
Her, right? You know, I really like that.
Yeah.
Which is
That
like
was really
very
dope.
you. Not that I know you like super well, but like what I do know about you is like you're very like sex positive.
Right. Definitely have that whole independent woman with a Y feminist thing going on.
You know, nothing wrong with that.
All right. Well, thank you, Stacy.
Thank you.
This has been awesome.
Yes,
Like,
thank
this-
you so much for sharing this story. Thank you,
Thank you
really.
for listening.
It's a good story. I really enjoyed it.